done throughout his career since he came from Stanford, you know why he's a nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, and many regard that award as the highest honor that an athlete citizen can receive in the NFL. And it's easy to say a lot of times, oh, just to be in the conversation, just to be nominated is an honor, but like this, it really is the case here. Like, what does it mean to you to be recognized for work that you're not doing for the recognition?
I mean, it truly means the world. Like you say, we don't do this work for the recognition. We don't do it to be nominated, but to notice that our work is making a difference, that it's impacting people, it just means the world. And there's so many players around the league doing so much great work, and to be one of the ones that's focused on and work is highlighted, it means the world, and it just motivates me to keep going, to keep being like my peers and the other nominees here, to keep pushing my organization and myself to continue to use my platform. You know, I'm blessed with this platform to use it, and I know it's not here forever. So while I have it, I want to make sure that I'm using it all I can to help other people, to influence other people, and to make this world a better place.
Now, you said in that video we came in with, you said it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
When did you get to that point? How did you get to that point to even say that?
Yeah, it took a while. Like I went through my own journey. Like I lost my sister Ella to suicide in 2018, and it threw my family's world upside down. Like we didn't know how to move on. We didn't know how to talk about mental health. It was this taboo thing, the stigma around mental health. People didn't talk about it, and it was really hard for us to move on. And we saw how big of a problem there is in our world about mental health, and how many people struggled, how many people reached out to us about it, and we're like, you know, we need to do something. And so doing that, we started my foundation, The Defensive Line, where our mission is to end the epidemic of youth suicide, especially young people of color, by transforming the way we connect and communicate over mental health. And before that, like, I went through my own battle. Like I lost my sister. I didn't know how to keep living after she died. I was supposed to be the third pick in the draft, balling, you know, and I thought that if I spoke about my mental health, people would say, because I'm not balling, he's making excuses over his mental health. And I thought I had to be this strong man. And I had the wrong definition of strong. I had the wrong definition of being a man. And I had to go to therapy. I had to go to dark places and learn how to get past them in therapy, in meditation, in journaling, and learning how to take care of myself. And it wasn't until probably 8-9 months after my sister died by suicide, a couple months after I was going through my own like suicidal journey, that I realized it's okay not to be okay. It's okay for me to feel like my whole world is messed up right now, because it is. My sister's died by suicide. I don't know how to move on. It's okay for me not to have it all figured out. And once I figured that out, it's like my whole world opened up. It's like I didn't have this burden on me to feel like I had to be great, like I had to be just happy because I had money, because I was a third pick in the draft, because I had status. Once I realized that it's okay not to be okay, it's okay for me to feel human, I was able to feel free, able to feel like, okay, like I can get this, I can do this, I can take the steps to make a difference and to be myself.
So good.
Powerful.
I think about you, I think about Dak Prescott, I think about Lane Johnson.
Yep.
It's become less and less taboo.
Yeah.
In recent years. What kind of conversations are you able to have with your peers, whether it's in the Jets locker room or whether it's just around the league? Like, you know, how common are these? Do guys lean on one another for strength?
It's the change in my time in the league of mental health in the NFL has been extremely hopeful and motivating. Just the conversations guys are having. You know, when I was at my time with the Niners, when I put out an article or did the Monday Night Special, and we talked about my sister and mental health, the guys like Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner, reaching out to me and be like, hey, like, Solly, like, great article, appreciate you. Starting there, then I go to the Raiders, and guys are asking me, hey, how do I get into therapy? How do I get help? I hear what you're saying, but I don't know how to do it. And that was a big step. And then one of my teammates at the Raiders, credited one of the better seasons of his career to starting regular therapy. And that was just motivating and huge for me. And then I go to the Jets, where it might not be as a big mental health conversation, but guys are wanting to start the conversation. We're like, okay, why is this important? Like, I feel like I can just push through it. Why can't I just keep doing that? And just the fact that we're having those conversations is really changing the culture in the locker room about that we have to be these big, strong men. Like, we can be these big, strong men, but we also can be human. We also can feel anxious, feel depressed, but we also can go out there and put someone on their butt and still be a man. Like, it's okay to cry. Men cry. It's okay for men to have feelings and have emotions. It's part of the everyday human experience.
And I was going to say, what was that like for you? How did it translate to the field, knowing that, I mean, there's a freedom now?
Yeah.
You can just kind of articulate what's in there.
Yeah.
Did you feel like, okay, now I can just do my thing here better?
Definitely, you know, and that's what I like to tell guys is that mental health and physical health, they're not separate. They're not their own entities. They're together.
Yes, it's just health.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to stop saying that.
And it's so true because once I told guys, like, my time in San Fran, my second year after my sister died by suicide, I was having a pretty bad year. Like, felt like I was running in mud, felt like I was just physically out of it and mentally out of it. But once I started going to therapy later in the year, I finished the games with like 6 strong games, my best 6 games that year for me. And like during the season, you can't get bigger, faster, stronger. You're in practice too much. You're under too much stress. But once I cleared my mind, my physical came with my mind, and that's what I like to tell guys that it's a whole health. We look at the work Kobe Bryant used to do and the mental work he used to do with like acceptance, with handling your emotions, being still, being at peace, the Bruce Lee type work that he did. And he did that so he could be free and just be one on the court. And I think that's just so huge that guys miss that hey, if I do this mental work, it's going to make my physical work better too, because they're all intertwined, they're all combined, it's one health.
So I guess, listen, I'm thinking like, like you mentioned, third pick of the draft and the expectations that come with that.
Yeah.
And man, I not that the NFL or even just life in general is, or any industry, like, nobody wants to hear quote unquote excuses, right?
Yeah.
But I've said this before, I think a theme for this season, whether it's Damar Hamlin, whether it's competition like this, is about the humanity under the helmet, right? Yeah. And I just wonder, like, you think about players not performing, how much, because if somebody's got a knee injury or an elbow injury or a sprained ankle, it's like, all right, he played hurt.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody's accepting of that.
Yeah.
But like when there's something going on up here or in here, it's because it's been so taboo for so long, how many people have had professional struggles that we just never gave the level of empathy or sympathy or understanding to as to why they may not have lived up to being the 3rd overall pick when something was going on and we just weren't privy to.
Yeah,
that's got to be super common.
And it really is like part of this game. Part of succeeding in the NFL is being in that mental space and being able to dominate mental space. And if you have other areas of your life where you're not okay or you're struggling and you don't know how to fix or help those areas, then it's really hard to perform when you're struggling there. And the thing is with the ACL, with the elbow, you see those injuries. So all the fans, spectators, coaches, everyone around you, like, oh, we see why he's not performing. But when you have too many distractions, or you're struggling with anxiety, or you have a lot of things going on off the field that are causing you to be depressed, and you don't fix those, then like people are like, oh, that sounds like an excuse. Sounds like the whole Ben Simmons thing. Like there's a lot like, and even if Ben Simmons didn't have any mental health issues before everything he went through, he dang sure is going to have them now after how everyone treated him through calling him excuse, all that. So
so I will talk to you about a potential future teammate.
Yeah.
And it's easy to crack on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
It's easy. But I was thinking about this yesterday, Mike, because we started to talk about it, and then we had a guest, so we didn't really get into this darkness retreat that Aaron Rodgers is going to go on to decide his future.
Yeah.
The more I thought about it, I was like, that sounds kind of interesting. Because you referenced in the video we played, like meditation, he's talking about isolation. It's like, I just wonder if, I don't know if you've experienced anything like that, if you've gone through an exercise like that to get that kind of clarity. But like all jokes aside, maybe Aaron Rodgers is like, maybe he's onto something.
Yeah.
And maybe I need to do something. Like I was thinking, like maybe I need to go into a dark room and just have silence and turn off my phone and
I think, I don't know exactly what Aaron's doing, but I do like the idea of it. Like, I like the idea of going somewhere and being present. Like, we live in this world where everything's on our phones, everything's social media. We're always chasing something, comparing something, wanting something. And it's hard for us to be present with the people we are or even ourselves and really kind of look in ourselves and be like, okay, what growth do I need? Where am I at? What do I need to see? Or what's next for me? What's best for me? I think that, like, being present, the way I do it, I like to meditate. I like to do wellness, like mental wellness kind of things where, like, I'm just zoning, because in my life, things are always going. Football's always going, training's always going. Meditation helps me calm down and be present and, like, just put my phone away for a sec. So whatever it is, whatever journey you have or what coping thing you have for that, whether it's like a 4-day retreat or meditation or journaling or therapy, those things can help you be present to really figure out, like, hey, like, okay, what's for me? What growth do I need? What's next?
Dude,
man, you've helped us today.
Listen,
you helped everybody. You really helped the audience.
I mean, that's such a word, man, and that's what you've been doing, like a nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year. And one of the reasons why the Jets have such an attractive culture for people like an Aaron Rodgers. We talked to Garrett Wilson yesterday. Robert Saleh brought you in to turn this culture around, and you guys have already been successful. Good luck moving forward on and off the field, man. Good luck Thursday night, but you know, you've already won with just the nomination, right?
I appreciate
Thanks for the
it.
work you're doing.
Thank you so
Solomon
much. Thank you,
Thomas,
Solomon.
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all a lot for having me.
All right, we got more company coming up from Phoenix, Convention Center, Radio Row, the Media Center, Super Bowl 57, almost here. We're almost done with today's show.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.